Hi, welcome to Microservices Lab. In this lecture, we are going to query the nested object. So let us get started. In this lecture, we are going to query the value of this author field, which actually resides in the book object. But before jumping into the code, we must know about the concept of data fetching in depth. So let us take a look at it. So as you know that we have three operations in this schema file: getBook, getBooks and createBook. Each operation has its own data fetcher which is associated with it. Similarly, if we talk about the fields, with fields we also have data fetchers. So with each field there is a data fetcher associated with it. But now you might be thinking that in the whole lectures, we haven't specified any data fetcher for any field. Then how are the things working fine? This is because whenever we don't specify the data fetcher for a field, the GraphQL Java API creates a default property data fetcher for a field and associates it with the field. So this is what actually the GraphQL API does for us. But you can also define a separate data fetcher for your field, and this is what we are going to actually do today. So now let us take a look at the book class first. So let us go to the model subpackage and open the book.java file. Here you can see we have three fields: ID, name and pages. But if we take a look at our schema file, and in the book object we have four fields, and the distinct field which is present in this book object but not in the book class is the author field. So in order to have a one-to-one correspondence or equal mapping between the GraphQL type and in the Java type, we should create a new field in the book class of type author. But we are not going to do that. Why is it so? Because we will create a separate data fetcher for the author field. And why we are creating a separate data fetcher for the author field, not for the other fields like the ID, name and pages? This is because whenever we request the value for any of these fields, we are actually getting a row from the database. And if we actually place the author field over here in the book class, then whenever we request value for any of these fields, we will be fetching the value for the author as well. So if we request such as for the value for the name, then if we place the author field as well, then when the row is returned from the books table for the particular name according to that ID, a corresponding author row will be returned from the database as well. And this is not the intention of GraphQL, and it is actually against the principle of GraphQL, where we actually expect the values that we have specified in the request to be returned only, and we aren't expecting any extra data. So this is why we are going to create the separate data fetcher for the author field. So now let us start with our coding stuff, and let us go to the repository subpackage and create a new method in the author repository for fetching up an author row. So let us create it. So public void get author, and we will fetch an author according to the book ID. So let us specify or let us introduce a parameter called book ID of type UUID. And now as usual I will be using the database client offered by the Spring Data R2DBC. So client.select to select a row from a database, dot from to specify the table, and in our case the authors table is here, and the authors table is mapped to the author class. So we will use the author class, author.class, and now we are actually going to fetch an author according to a book ID. So we have to use the same clause that we use in our daily life with SQL, the where clause, And in order to use the where clause in the database client or with the database client, we have to use the matching method over here, and we have to specify a criteria. And this criteria comes from this package org.springframework.data.relational.core.query, and we will use the where method in it. So dot where, and now we will specify the name of the column, and the name of the column is actually book ID. And for which book ID we are looking the row? Book ID actually, that we are getting as a parameter or argument actually. And we are expecting only a single row, so we will fetch a single row by specifying the one method, by using the one method, and we will directly return this result, and we will use control1 to change the return type of the method to mono of author. So that's it. We have created a new method which fetches an author from the authors table using the book ID. Now what we have to do is we have to create a separate data fetcher for the author field, and in order to do that, let us open the author service class. So this is the author service class, and let us introduce a new data fetcher. Let us create it. Public data fetcher, and again we have to use the completable feature because Java, the GraphQL Java API doesn't support the reactor type, and we are going to receive the author. So I have to mention author over here, and let us name this method as author data fetcher. Let us create some white space, and as usual we will be returning a lambda expression which will receive the data fetching environment as an argument. And now we can use the method, the getAuthor method present in the author repository. But the thing is that how we are going to get the book ID that is required by that method present in the author repository. So we can use one of the method present in the data fetching environment, and that is the get source. So actually we are creating a data fetcher which is basically for an author field, and the author field is contained in the book object. So whenever we call this method on environment, the get source method, we get a reference to the parent book object, and we can simply get the book ID from it as well. So let us assign this to a book. Let us import the book. So as you can see that we are actually having a reference to the containing book object, the book, and now we can actually get the book ID from it, and we can pass it to the method present in the author repository. So let us do that. Repository dot get author, and we will pass the book ID. And how we are going to get the book ID? Book dot get ID, and we will simply return according to the return type. As we are getting the mono of author, we have to convert it into the completable future. So we will use to future method and we'll return this, and we are done with our data fetcher, the data fetcher for the author field. Now we have to associate this data fetcher with the author field present in the book object in the schema file. So in order to associate this data fetcher with the author field, let us open our main application or main class where we have defined the runtime wiring, and we have to define a new type runtime wiring over here, just like we are doing it for these three operations. So let us copy this and paste it just below. And here we have to define the containing type and the actual type which is contained in this type. So in our case, the containing type is the book because the author field is present in the book object. So we have to specify the parent type over here or the container type over here, which is book. And now we have to specify the name of the field which is present in our schema.graphql file. So as you can see that the data fetcher we have created is for this field called author, and this author field actually is contained in this book object. So let us define this mapping and map it with the data fetcher. So our containing type is book, and now let us put the name of the field which is author. You have to make sure that the name of the field matches with the field present in the GraphQL schema. And now we have to actually specify the data fetcher. So our data fetcher is present in the author service. So let us first auto wire the author service over here. Auto wired private author service, author service, and now we can invoke that method on the author service. So author service dot get dot author data fetcher. This was the name of that data fetcher. So our mapping is done. So we have successfully mapped the author field which is contained in the book object with this data fetcher present in the author service, which is basically getting the value for the author field or the getting a row from the authors table based on a book ID. So with this we are done, and now we can simply use the Altair to see whether it is working or not. But let us first start up the Spring Boot application. So run as Spring Boot app, and let us see if it's everything working fine or not. And our application is started. Now let us switch to Altair. Here's Altair, and let us quickly reload the docs and see the docs. So we have these queries and this mutation. Our database is actually empty. So in order to actually query the nested object, first we have to insert some data. Let us use this mutation first to insert some data. So I will write the mutation, name of the mutation, create book, and it takes few arguments. The book name, let us say the book name is my book, and then pages in the book, so pages, and let's say 300. Then we have to specify the author name or the name of author, and this will be my author, and lastly the age of the author, let us say 40. And this actually returns a string which is the ID of the newly created book. So we don't have to use the subselection for the return type because it is a string and a scalar type. So we can run this mutation now. As you can see that our book is created and the ID of the newly created book is this. Let us copy this, and now we can query our nested object because we have successfully inserted a book together with the author details. Now we can query it. So let us use our query get book query, and it expects an ID as an argument, and let us give it the ID which we have copied just, and actually it returns a book. As you can see that in the query section, you can see that get book returns a book, and this book type actually consists of 4 fields: ID, name, pages, and author. And at least we have to specify a field. We can specify more than that, but at least we should specify any one of them. So as we know that we have to test our author field, so let us use it, author, and author field itself returns us a author object, and that author object basically consists of ID, name, and age. And then again we have to specify the fields or the subselection that we are actually requesting from the server. So let us specify it. So for now I will be fetching everything: ID, name and age, and let us run our query and see the result. As you can see that our author object is returned with the ID this and the name my author and the age 40 that we have initially actually saved or stored in our database using the mutation. So this is how you can query a nested object, and you can mix and match it with the fields present in the book type itself. So we can actually fetch the book ID, book name and pages as well, together with the subselection of the nested object or the author field over here. Let us run this again and see what we get in the result. So as you can see that we are getting pretty much everything that is present. So this is how you exactly execute or query the nested object. So that's all. I hope you will get something from this lecture. Please like the video, share this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.